Changes ahead for the airport Rotary. Barnstable schools looking for a career boost at the high school and energy awards for the town. Details on this episode of Barnstable Today. It's Monday, January 28th, 2013. I'm Sarah Colvin. Last week, the Hyannis Access Study Implementation Task Force approved a preferred design for change at the busy Airport Rotary. For more than 10 years, the group has been at work finding solutions to traffic issues in busy downtown Hyannis, especially in and around the Airport Rotary. The design chosen last week is what they call Concept F. It will replace the Rotary with a smaller roundabout and an underpass that will connect Route 28 with Route 132. The challenge now is to find funding for the project, which is anticipated to cost upwards of $50 million. You can learn more at capecodcommission.org. Well, the issue of medical marijuana will be discussed tonight in town. The planning board has a meeting set for 7 o'clock this evening, at which the board will hold two public hearings. The first is on a zoning amendment establishing a medical marijuana treatment center overlay district. The planned overlay district would be along East Main Street. The planning board will also discuss a moratorium of the establishment of those treatment centers and related activities. The proposed moratorium would be effective through January 1st of next year, or until 90 days after the effective date of the final regulation set forth by the State Department of Public Health. The planning board meets in the hearing room at Town Hall at 7 o'clock tonight. That meeting will air live on Channel 18. Well, focusing on a career, whether you choose to go to work right out of high school or head off to college to pursue a degree, is something many educators think should begin at a young age. But just how to make the transition from school to the workforce and what path to follow is a tricky question to answer. Barnstable Superintendent of Schools, Dr. Mary Chakowski, is looking at ways in which to enhance the career program at the high school. Last week, the school committee spent some time talking about what's best for the students. Dr. Chakowski says she's hoping to give the program a boost.
To let you know that we've applied for a Gateway Cities Career Academies planning grant, and the $75,000 grant that's been signed off by the town manager, as well as David D'Agostino, the executive director of the Workforce Investment Board, and a number of community partners ranging from Cape Cod Community College, Mass Maritime, the Arts Foundation, as well as the Chamber of Commerce. And it's a partnership grant that we're looking to expand our current career pathways program at Barnstable High School. We currently have, and I think the connection of having schools work together with community agencies to prepare students for the workforce, I think is critical. And we have five proposed career academies that we're looking at. We currently have a culinary arts, hospitality, and management program. We also have a medical careers, certified medical careers, medical terminology, opportunities in research and medicine. Students can opt to take that pathway, as well as in early childhood and education care. But in addition to that, we're looking to add two major careers that would promote emerging career opportunities on Cape Cod, and those being the environmental technology, specifically coastal studies, environmental sciences, and other STEM-related areas. But in addition to that career academy, we're also focusing on our industries, including the arts and commerce, which includes graphic design, broadcasting, filmmaking, editing, and visual performing arts. So we're really looking to target our 8 through 12 students that gives them a broad range of careers to explore, and working with the community partnerships to do some internships, and really looking as the Career Academy to become a smaller learning community in which they can make connections and develop a sense of belonging. So it's really going to serve as sort of a learning lab for our school administrators and faculty to help determine what are the career-ready experiences we will need and the students will be able to focus on over time. So very excited about expanding this. There is a council that is co-chaired by myself as well as David D'Agostino, and we're really hopeful that we get this Gateway Cities grant to expand our program.
Chakowski says today's career paths can be challenging.
Students are looking at nowadays, they're changing careers every couple of years because there's so many opportunities, and I think that if we I would love to see us expand to probably our 6th and 7th grade and really begin having them take a look at options and exploring, working, going over to Cape Cod Hospital and creating an internship program where they can actually see what is it like to be a technician, what is it like to work in X-ray, and if that's an interest of theirs. So it's the challenge is getting them involved early on to be able to think about, I think a lot of students, they think, well, I'd like to do this because it makes this amount of money. Well, are they really going to be happy with that career? Are they going to be, satisfied? Is it something of an interest, and why is it an interest? I think you need to, dig a little bit deeper, and I'm hopeful that with this grant, we can begin to explore that at possibly the 6th and 7th grade level so that they can take a year where they're actually maybe doing and working in the community and partnering, and then the community is also looking at it as a benefit to the employer who's trying to provide them hands-on training.
We will keep you posted as to whether Barnstable receives that Gateway Cities grant. Meanwhile, Energy Coordinator Richard Elrick says Barnstable's gotten some green from the Cape Light Compact.
Again, this was this was the Cape Light Compact's Home Energy Assessment recruitment competition. And so the goal here was to get as many Barnstable residents, and in the case of the other towns, of course, their residents as well, to get Cape Light Compact energy assessments to try to make their homes more energy efficient. And the way it worked was that at the time that the resident was having their assessment done, they were giving a voting ballot and then asked to fill out the ballot and name a certain town or organization they wanted to support. In Barnstable's case, the effort was to support the Senior Services Department and the Recreation Department, and indeed, Barnstable came in tied with Brewster for the most home energy assessments accomplished during the contest period at 27. Yarmouth beat everybody, though. They received 77 votes, or I should say they had 77 home assessments done, and they did receive the top award of $8,000. And Barnstable received $1,350, which was sort of split between the senior services, where there were 18 votes recorded, and they received a little over $900, and the recreation department had 9 assessments done, and they received about $445. And one of the things that I want to mention about this is it really told me how important it is to have handholders, as it were, particularly for seniors. There's an awful lot of our senior population that just don't want to have strangers coming into their houses to do these energy assessments. And so it really helps, and this is what Yarmouth did, it really helps to have someone who's had a home energy assessment, can talk about how helpful it was for them and their home in reducing energy costs. And that's what happened in Yarmouth. They have a member of their energy committee who's a senior, very active in their senior center, and that's how they were able to get over 55 of their friends and fellow residents in Yarmouth to get an energy assessment. So the next time they have this competition, we've got a good guide in Yarmouth, and I know we can get much higher than the 27, even though we did better than the great majority of other Cape towns in terms of getting people to take these energy assessments. It's still a challenge. People have busy lives, and in particular, as I say, for seniors, they're not keen on having people come into their homes. So it takes a little bit of work, but it's certainly well
You
worth it.
can still get an energy audit from the compact. If you haven't done so in the last 2 years, you can call the office at 800-797-6699 for details. Just a quick note, the public bathrooms along Main Street are closing today for yearly maintenance. Both the Town Hall Comfort Station and the North Street Comfort Station will be closed until April, again for routine maintenance. With Barnstable Today, I'm Sarah Colvin.